This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pregame show in 5 seconds from Mark. This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And a very pleasant good evening, everybody. Welcome here to Preston Gym. As tonight, the Preston Lady Indians will play host to the Marsh Valley Eagles. And welcome in as the JV has just wrapped up their match against Marsh Valley, winning in straight sets, 3-0, as the freshmen are also winners earlier today as well here at Preston Gym. For the Indians, this is their conference opener here against Marsh Valley. When all the changes were made to the classifications and things over the summer, Preston remained at 4A, and they changed conferences. They're now in a conference with Marsh Valley, Bear Lake, Snake River, and American Falls, and this is their conference opener here tonight. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll get to our scene set right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH.
It's always nice to know who you're working with, especially when it comes to legal documents, loans, and title insurance tied to your home. Company-wide, Northern Title has been providing exceptional title work since 1977. In the Preston office, you work with Jan Stone, Monique Bear, Melanie Olson, Cassidy Loya, Afton Jones, and Charlie Bear. Let us answer any questions you have about title work, title insurance, and closings. We look forward to serving all of your title needs. Northern Title in Preston, Idaho. Good deeds done daily. Contact us today.
Go Preston!
When you think of outdoor adventure, you might think of snow machines, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, or even cutting wood or taking care of the lawn. No matter what your definition of outdoor adventure is, always remember Ultimate Power Sports. We carry brand names like Polaris, Can-Am, Yamaha, Skidoo, Stihl, and Toro. Offering sales and service, your fun really does begin at Ultimate Power Sports. With multiple in-store financing options, we can help you have outdoor adventures right now. Stop in today, Ultimate Power Sports in Logan and Preston.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cash back for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
For 78 years, West Motor Company has stood by your family. While the generations have come and gone, our commitment to quality and service has never wavered. Our team is here to ensure you find the vehicle that keeps your loved ones safe on every journey. When trust matters most, choose West Motor Company, now proud to be part of the Mountain West Auto Group.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
And welcome back into the Preston Gym. Time for our scene set for tonight, brought to you by Ultimate Power Sports. Well, as we mentioned, the JVs just wrapped up a 3-0 sweep of Marsh Valley. And Preston's coming off an impressive win of their own earlier in the week as they picked up a win on the road at Filer, 3-1. As the Preston will get into conference play tonight, and they'll also be a busy team here coming up as they'll have 3 more conference matches coming up next week. So they will be quite busy here in that first rotation in conference matches here now as we get started into the new conference play here this evening. So for the Indians, they try to improve on their 6-4 record overall. Marsh Valley comes in 0-4 in matches on the season. So we'll see if Preston can improve on that record as we head into tonight's match. We do not have an interview with Coach Knapp here this evening, but we wanted to recognize our sponsor for those interviews, as our interview with the coach is unavailable for us tonight. So we'll move on and work our way through the rest of the pregame show. Coming up, we'll talk to tonight's losing my thought here. We'll talk to our standout student coming up. That's what I'm trying to say. And we'll also look at other matches coming up around the area tonight as well. That's all coming up as the pregame show continues right after this timeout on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH.
Make the best deal you can. When it's your time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Alyssa Benson on your team. She's helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Alyssa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Alyssa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah, your trusted real estate advisor.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
When buying a vehicle, you want the process to be straightforward and the financing simple. At West Motor and West Motor Ford, that's exactly the way that you'll be treated. They also understand that accidents can happen and maintenance will be needed. When you find yourself in need of body and paint work, windshield repair, work under the hood, or under the vehicle, West Motor would love to help you out and earn your trust. Turn to West Motor and West Motor Ford in Preston and Hyde Park.
WestMotorCompany.com.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
The standout students at Preston High School are brought to you by Canyon Creek Dental. And it's time to sit down again with another one of our outstanding students from here at Preston High School, brought to you by Canyon Creek Dental, as we'll talk to Trace Bracken for just a little bit. Trace is a sophomore here at Preston. Trace, first of all, thanks for sitting down with us for a few minutes and talk about how things are going here at Preston. So let's just start right there. How are things going here at Preston High School for you?
My experience at Preston High has been very good in the first 2 years. I've really enjoyed doing cheer athletics. That was kind of a last-minute decision, but it's one I don't regret. I do good in my classes. I have a good friend group, and the overall atmosphere is very good. It has its pros and cons, but that's just life. So it's been going great. So
you're a sophomore here so far, and how are a year and plus a couple of weeks under your belt here at Preston? How are classes going? How are your grades going so far?
I love all of my classes. This year I got all of the classes I wanted and signed up for. I've got medical terminology, psychology, FHP, all of them. I haven't done FHP yet, but all of them are going great. I'm loving my grades. Enjoying English. All of my teachers are amazing. It's just, all of it is just working out, and I'm enjoying every second of it.
Trace Bracken, our guest here on Preston's Outstanding Students. Now, last week we talked to someone who wanted to be a surgeon. And you're looking to get into the medical field in a couple of different directions, possibly. Talk about the two different directions a little bit that you have interest in getting into.
So I want to have a medical background, so I can lean on that if plans don't go to how I want them to. But I want to focus and major on psychology, and that's either children's psychology or just studying how people work. I just am fascinated by the human brain and its processes and its cognitive abilities and subconscious, all of it. It's just so fascinating to me. But if that never really works out or doesn't go the way I want, I plan to lean back on the medical field and pursue that if psychology doesn't work out.
One of the things you mentioned before we started the interview was to become an EMT.
Yes.
And in my background, the things that I've done outside of radio, I've worked very closely for several years with EMT in the fire department, and that is a very satisfying and rewarding career.
It looks good on a job application, and it's just a good skill to have if you're in a situation that you don't want to be in, or need to help someone. So.
Yeah, exactly. So those are great vocational goals to work on. So as you work your way toward these goals, what kind of things you still need to work on here at Preston to be able to reach that?
Working hard and gaining self-discipline. Something like that is very important to become successful. You have to know that you need to work for the things you want, and you need to know that sometimes you're not gonna get there the way you want, but you also have to know that you have to push yourself. So that's what I mean by the self-discipline and working towards that. When I don't want to do something, if there's an assignment I don't particularly want to do, I have to know that I have to do it if I want to get what I want. To accomplish that, that's one of those goals and steps to getting that and accomplishing it. So.
And then outside the classroom, you're still very active here at the school as well. You're doing cheer athletics and drill team. How are those things going?
I'm absolutely loving cheer. It was a decision that was not planned out. It was kind of a at the moment kind of thing, but I didn't know it was going to turn out the way it did. But cheer's going great. Homecoming's coming up, and I'm really excited for that. And then drill team, I go in there and help them with their routines. Sometimes give critiques. It's all fun. It's very exciting. enjoying all of it.
We're grateful you can take a couple of minutes out of your day and come in and sit down with us here for a little bit and talk about your career here at Preston High School. Continued success, best of luck in all of your goals and everything you want to reach out and be able to do by the time you graduate. Thanks for your time today.
All right, thank you.
That is Trace Bracken, I should say, a sophomore here at Preston, another one of Preston's outstanding students.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Everyone wants a smile they can be proud of. A healthy smile can make your day brighter. At Canyon Creek Dental, Doctors Justin Carter, Thomas Hull, Heath Bateman, and Corby Dixon see patients of all ages and provide a full line of dental services, including fillings, wellness checks, braces, wisdom teeth, oral surgery, and cosmetic dentistry. Call us today to schedule an appointment in our Preston or Grace office. Canyon Creek Dental. We're here to give you a smile you can be proud of.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
105.5 FM KACH.
I'm Dan Keller, Mayor of Preston, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jay Butters with Alta Bank, and we are Preston Proud, Idaho Strong.
Hi, this is Lyle Fuller with the Fuller & Fuller Law Firm, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Larry Morrison with Evergreen Financial Partners. We are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
105.5 KACH. We're Preston Proud, Idaho Strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
And welcome back here to Preston Gym and the Preston Indians pregame show as we get ready for the first set of tonight's match. Take a look at some of the other action going on around the area. Soda Springs is going to be at Wendell tonight. Raft River goes to Butte County. Parma is at Valley View. And then West Jefferson will be at McKay. There's also several other tournaments around the area today involving many teams from our area. First, the Idaho Classic, where you will find Liberty Charter, McCall Donnelly, Filer, Hagerman, Murtaugh, Cascade, Greenleaf Friends, Horseshoe Bend, and Tri-Valley all playing there. There's another tournament going on in Afton, Wyoming. That is the Star Valley Invite, where a couple of teams from our area will be participating. They are Malad and Sugar Salem. And finally, the Thunder Bee tournament going on features a lot of our local teams. They include Bonneville, Eagle, Fruitland, Idaho Falls, Skyline, Timberline out of Boise, Rocky Mountain, Kuna, Highland, Madison, Bishop Kelly, Middleton, and Blackfoot. They will all be taking part in that tournament. The Thunder Bee tournament is based in Bonneville. And of course, for the Indians, they are home here tonight as back at Preston Gym as they'll be playing host to Marsh Valley as they'll face the Eagles. Now a regular conference opponent. So this is a very important match tonight for the Lady Indians. So we'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll have the first serve for the first set of tonight's game. That's all on the way, so keep it here on KACH and on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
When you're hungry for a delicious burger, roast beef sandwich, and an ice-cold soda, stop at Papa J's Deli in Clifton, Idaho. You'll get an amazing meal at an affordable price, and you'll enjoy great conversation. Papa J's is famous for the best beef jerky, but you'll also find a delicious menu, a friendly staff, great snacks, and good friends at Papa J's Deli. Stop in today to satisfy your hunger. Papa J's, 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com, offering rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. Ready Support Services, we are ready. West Motor Company, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Franklin County Medical Center, for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value, with the finest meat and produce in Preston. S&T Electric, it's what we do. Flying S Escrow and Title, land title protectors since 1905. Ultimate Power Sports, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Power Sports in Preston. Elisa Benson of North Realty, Idaho and North Realty, Utah. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Cache Valley Bank, serving Utah and southern Idaho with 21 locations. Yardmaster, keeping lawns healthy throughout the Cache Valley. Puppy Steps Training, northern Utah and southern Idaho's premier board and training facility since 2011. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, your local agents right here in Preston. Canyon Creek Dental, with 2 area locations to serve you. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, stop in downtown Preston where you will be treated like a friend. Papa J's, making world-class jerky locally right here in Clifton. Ralph's Construction, building custom homes throughout the region. This broadcast is made possible through an agreement between Preston Broadcasting, LLC and Preston High School, and is a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC. This game is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this broadcast without express written permission of Old West Media is strictly prohibited. And hi again, everybody. Welcome back here to Preston Gym as we get ready to start this evening's match, as the Indians at 6-4 overall on the year will take on the Marsh Valley Eagles, as the Eagles come in at 0-4. You know, over the summer, they kind of reshuffled everything. They moved everybody up a division except for Preston Volleyball and Preston Softball. They stayed back at the 4A level. And because of that, Preston also now changes their conference affiliation, shall we say, as they stay 4A, and they're now in this 4A conference that also includes Marsh Valley, who they'll play tonight, Snake River, and American Falls. Bear Lake moved up 2 spots from 2A to 4A, and they are in this conference as well with the Preston Lady Indians here. So we get ready for this match. This is a conference match coming up here tonight at Preston Gym. We'll pause here for a moment. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll have the starters and the first serve coming up right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In a world that's full of unknowns, you don't have to worry about whether or not your insurance has got you covered when life throws you a curveball if your coverage is with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston, offering policies from auto to home, farm and ranch to crop insurance, and business to life insurance. The Smith Insurance Agency does it all. No matter what challenges life brings, you're not alone. Make sure you've got the right coverage in the right areas of your life. Schedule a free insurance review today with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Well, let's take you down to the floor and join Ben Zabo, who has our introduction of our starters tonight here before tonight's match.
And from the Preston Indians, number 12, Sophie Hess. Number 1, Ellie Nelson. Number 2, Harley Dunn. Number 10, Taylor Wakely. Number 11, Morgan Donaldson. Number 3, Avery Madsen. And number 9, Matthew White. Good luck tonight and let's play volleyball.
And our starters brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding community since 1925. Once again, the starters tonight for the Preston Indians: Ellie Nelson, Carly Dunn, Avery Madsen, Sophie Hess, Mackley White, Taylor Wakely, and Morgan Donaldson. Now, we mentioned that Preston will be a very busy team coming up over the next few days. They have 3 matches next week as well, all conference against conference foes. Tuesday, they'll be on the road when they go to Snake River. Thursday, they'll be at American Falls. And then next Saturday, they'll be back home for an afternoon match next Saturday as they will play host to Bear Lake. And we'll have all 3 of those matches for you here on KACH and on the My Local Radio Sports Network. So, get ready for the first serve for tonight's match as the girls go out onto the floor to get ready for the match. Preston coming off a big win at Filer, and they are 6-4. They split to 2 matches with Westside this year, and they had a very difficult loss in the last game of the Cokeville tournament. That was the 6th match they played in 2 days, and they lost to Bear Lake, and they'll hope to get back on the winning side against the Bears coming up a week from today back here at Preston Gym. And just a reminder for you, that match is at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. as that wraps up homecoming week for the Lady Indians, and they'll play the afternoon match to allow the girls to go home and get ready for the homecoming dance coming up later that night. So that's the reason for the afternoon match coming up next week against Bear Lake. So referees have checked all the folks on the floor. We're ready to play as waiting for the chair of the up official to say let's go and to give out the ball and be ready for the first serve of tonight's match, as they'll give it to Preston and Taylor Wakely. Check that. It's Avery Madsen who will serve first here for the Preston Indians. So the Indians with the opening serve, and that is back to the back left corner, played there as the Eagles get it back into the Preston side. Set outside. White goes short and able to pick up the point. The little short set, and White able to turn it into a point as we get another look at the replay here. The instant replay brought to you by Northern Title, as the little short set is turned into a point, and it's 1-0 Preston. As at the net, as Sophie Hess able to go up and tap that back over, and Preston jumps out in front 2-0. So 2-0 Indians here in the first set, as Madsen will serve again here for the Indians. As set at the net, Indians able to play that. They'll set it outside again for Hess, and that's going to hit off the antenna and be a point for the Eagles. So they'll get the side out, and they'll get their first point of the night, as they will now have the ball. Here's Ashlyn Van Loven to serve for the Eagles, as the set comes to Hess. Good dig in the back row, kept alive. Set outside at the net, blocked there by Hess, as they get able to keep it alive, but the set goes out of bounds. Point for the Indians. Preston goes up 3-1. They get the serve back on the side out, as it will be Mackley White serving tonight, as that serve goes too long and goes out of bounds. So 3-2 as they exchange serves, give it back over to the Eagles again. As good serve dug out by White in the back, comes to Wakely just outside the 8-foot box, and it's going to be touched at the net, as Wakely able to tool the block and pick up the point, and Preston now leads 4-2. Almost looked like it didn't quite clear the net, but the officials said no, it actually hit hands also and went out of bounds. So the point, and now here's Morgan Donaldson, she serves with a 4-2 lead, and that'll be an ace for Morgan. So Donaldson makes it 5-2. As Preston on a pretty good run against the Eagles here. Eagles, of course, still looking for their first win of the year, so see what happens here tonight, as they'll set it in the middle. They'll play it over. Whoops. Tried to dig it in the back, as I believe that was Carly Dunn, had to go off her hands and out of bounds, as that'll be a side out, and again, the serve will come back over to Marsh Valley. Lexus Olds serves, set in the middle, as that's going to be a point for the Indians, as the kill there by Ellie Nelson, as she was able to go up high and make the play, and it's 6-3. Macy Knapp rotates onto the floor as Avery Madsen comes off. Preston leading 6-3 here in the first set, as it'll be Sophie Hess's turn now to step back behind the service line, as that's touched and goes out of bounds. So take a look at it here on the replay, as that serve was touched as it was headed out of bounds. It'll be an ace for Sophie and a point for the Indians. As once again the serve from Hess at the net, played there by Preston, and I believe that's going to be a point for Marsh Valley, as Preston got a little bit too far over the net. Side out, 7-4. Indians leading here in the first set on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard as a bad set makes it 7-5. First set of tonight's match brought to you by Cache Valley Bank here on KACH and on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Brooklyn Foster serves this time for the Eagles as the back set outside as Wakely gets dug out, and again the dig comes all the way back over onto the Preston side, and again that will go out of bounds. So a side out again for the Indians. It's now 8-5 as they'll get the serve back again, and Taylor Wakely will now drop back to serve. Referee's ready. Taylor's serve ticks off the top of the net, and that will be an ace. As once again, not quite able to play it, as it'll fall in, and Wakely picks up an ace to make it 9-5. Back live with you again, as Wakely's next serve played in the back row. Set in the front. Oh, nice diving try by Hess, and then Preston can't keep it going after that. That'll make it 9-6. As again the ball comes back over to the Eagles. And this will be Olivia Campbell who will now serve. As her serve is going to be dug out there by White. The set comes to the back row to Wakely, and that's going to go into the net. So a big attempt by Taylor ends up into the net, and it's 9-7. Preston still leading on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Campbell serving again. Set in the middle. Back to Nelson. Blocked and down. Good block in the middle. As that was Maya Lochasar with the block. And all of a sudden it's 9-8. As the ball goes out of bounds, I believe it's going to be 10-8 as Preston will get the serve back. So Preston up by 2 here in the first set, brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. As serve for the Indians is out of bounds on the serve by Braxton Ware. So Ware's serve goes just a little bit too long. Preston gives the serve back over to the Eagles again at 10-9. And again, the Eagles give the serve right back as they come up with a service error as well. So Preston leading by 2 again. As Avery Madsen will rotate back in. And she'll take another shot back behind the service line. It'll be her serve again. As Preston has rotated all through all of their players on the floor so already tonight. As on the dig, little mistake there by Brooklyn Foster. That goes out of bounds, and Preston back up by 3 again as it's now 12-9 here in the first. Madsen to serve again. Good serve. They'll set this one on the opposite, as that's going to be touched by Madsen and goes out of bounds. Madsen tried to go up and get it. Wasn't quite tall enough. As off her fingertips and goes out of bounds, and it's 12-10. Ashley Van Loven serving again here for the Eagles. Set in the middle as they go short. It's kept alive and back over onto the Preston side. Madsen sets. Hess dug out. Back over to Preston again. As again they'll set it outside. Off the top of the net and down as the kill goes to Mackley White, her first of the match. Couple of big hits by the Indians. Well played by the Eagles to keep the ball alive. Valerie Evans comes onto the floor for the first time for Marsh Valley as Preston leads by 3 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. as they'll flick it over backwards. Nice play by the Indians to keep it alive. Set outside. Wakely does it again. They give Taylor another chance, and once again, Taylor delivers. Look at it again on the Northern Title replay, as able to play it off the block and get the point. 14-10, Preston leading. Dug out there, set it. This time it comes to Hess. That's off a hand, but kept alive, as the Eagles will steer it back over onto the Preston side again. Need to get it back over as it comes to Wakely. She'll go up the line and challenge for it at the net, won by the Indians. Wakely went up and got just enough of it to deflect it to where the Eagles couldn't handle it, and it's now 15-10. Preston leads by 5 here in set number 1. As a good sprawling attempt by the libero is going to go out of bounds, as it ends up over in the lap of our chair official tonight, and Preston leads 16-10. Serve goes right back to the libero again. It goes off her hands, and that'll be another service ace for the Indians, and it makes it 17-10 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. We have a timeout on the floor. We'll take it as well. Right back after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm, and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
Preston leading 17-10 here in the first set, brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. As White serves again here for Preston, as they'll set it on the opposite, they get it back over, so Preston will control it in their own court. Back to Wakely. She'll go cross court off the hands of Evans. That goes out of bounds, and that's 4 kills here in the first set for Taylor Wakely. As Preston adds to their lead, they now lead by 8 at 18-10. White to serve again, as that'll be set on the outside. As a good approach there by Foster, she gets the kill. She's able to tool the block well. That breaks the string of points by the Indians and makes it 18-11 on the side out. Whoops, I'm sorry. They gave the point to the Indians. I apologize. It's 19-10. So they're going to say that that original point was hit off of the antenna. And then Preston adds another point to that as well. So now they lead 20-10 here in the first set. White serves again, a little short. Now they'll set it outside for Foster. She goes short as Madsen able to come up and dig it out. Back to White in the back. She'll have to play it deep. Played there by the Eagles. Set it in the middle this time as it's dug out there by Ware. Ware sets for Wakely. Blocked at the net. Kept alive by the Indians. Back over on the opposite as it goes to Hess. Hess plays the block well as it goes out of bounds. Another point for Preston as Sophie Hess has another kill tonight, and Preston leads 21-10. So 21-10, Preston with a lead, as Coach Knapp up to question the officials here for a moment, as White will continue her service rotation here. As Preston 4 points away from claiming the first set. That's dug out. They'll set in the middle as that's played back over. If Preston has the ball, they'll set it outside for Hess. That's off the block, kept alive again. Madsen sets over for Ware. Ware goes deep. That's dug out well, kept on the floor as the Eagles once again get it back over onto the Indian side. As Ware will just bounce it over, and that's going to be off the hands of Miley Dalkey. Another point for the Indians to make it 22-10. White's next serve is short and into the net. So that'll be a service error for Mackley White. And it's 22-11. And finally, the Eagles get the serve back. Evans serving. Indians have to come and get it. It's set well outside for Wakely. She was way off the net. She was at least 5 or 6 feet beyond the 8-foot line, and she didn't quite get it over the net, so it's now 22-12. Evans serves again. Set it again for Wakely. They got away with one, but they don't get away with the other. Another kill for Taylor, and it's 23-12. 5 kills here in the first set for Taylor Wakely. She led all Indian players in the match earlier this week at Filer. She had 11 kills in that match, and that was high on the team. So they'll rotate some players in and out. Oakley Hatch is going to come in, as the serve will belong to Morgan Donaldson here for the Indians, 2 points away from winning the first set. 23-12 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. There's the dig. They have to go get it, as it wasn't a well-placed shot, so the Indians able to control the ball. They get it back over in the middle. It's Nelson blocked at the net, and the block pays off as it turns into a point, as the block was by Brooklyn Foster. 23-13 side out as it goes back over to Marsh Valley again. Van Loven's serve, played there by the Indians, comes to Wakely, tapped at the net, kept alive, back set outside again. Preston able to keep it alive, good block at the net on the kill attempt there by Foster as it goes back onto the Eagles side. Foster again dug out by the Indians, comes back over to Wakely, she goes short for the point. Campbell got a hand on it, but it fell, and Preston now looking at set point. So 24-13, Preston with a whole handful of set point opportunities here, as it'll be Sophie Hess to serve. Sophie's serve played in the back row. They'll set it. They got to get it back over here. They do. And it's going to go too long and out of bounds, and Preston will win the first set. 25-13. Preston goes up 1-0. As we'll take a timeout, we'll come back. We'll get ready for set number 2. 25-13. Preston wins the first on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. We'll go to the second when we come back right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Make the best deal you can. When it's your time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Alyssa Benson on your team. She's helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Elisa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Elisa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah, your trusted real estate advisor.
It's always nice to know who you're working with, especially when it comes to legal documents, loans, and title insurance tied to your home. Company-wide, Northern Title has been providing exceptional title work since 1977. In the Preston office, you work with Jan Stone, Monique Bear, Melanie Olson, Cassidy Loya, Afton Jones, and Charlie Bear. Let us answer any questions you have about title work, title insurance, and closings. We look forward to serving all of your title needs. Northern Title in Preston, Idaho. Good deeds done daily. Contact us today.
Go Preston!
There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, showtimes, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Playing this weekend at the Worm Creek Theater, it is Beetlejuice. For tickets, showtimes, and further more information, log on to their website at wormcreek.org. So Preston wins the first set, 25-13. We go to the second, brought to you by Yardmaster. As Preston leads 1-0 in this best of 5 match here at Preston Gym here on this Saturday. So the officials checking, make sure everybody is on the floor that needs to be, as we'll get ready to start set number 2. As the libero comes back on the floor here for the Eagles. Fortunately, she's wearing a number that we do not have on our roster. As the serve comes over on the Preston side, they're not able to play it, as it'll be 1-0 in favor of the Eagles as they score the first point of the second set. So Preston wins the second point, tied 1-1. They get the serve back. We figured out who the libero is for Marsh Valley. Pass that along to you here in just a second, as the play at the net by Nye Call is into the net, and Preston goes up 2-1 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard here in set number 2. White serves again, as knocked around a couple of times, and that will be another point for the Indians, as it's up 3-1. 34 is Alien Van Loven, listed as wearing both 7 and 34 at times. She's a libero tonight, so she's wearing 34. As the back set is going to be off the hands of White and go all the way upstairs, and a big kill by the outside hitter. That's off the hands of Nye Call. She picks up her first kill and make it 3-2. Preston still leads by a point. And Naya is how they pronounce her name. So Naya's next serve is played there. Outside set back to Wakely. Dug out by Van Loven. Again, another outside. That's going to be in just inside the back row. Just inside the back line. As Brooklyn Foster able to tuck that one just inside the back line, and that'll tie the set at 3. As we mentioned, the second set of tonight's match is brought to you by our friends at Yardmaster. Call the serve again. Indians will back set. That comes to Hess. That's dug out in the back. Kept alive. Hess goes up to get it, but she can't control it, and it falls on the Preston side. As the Eagles now lead 4-3 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard here in set number 2. Call's serve continues. Wakely, miss hit, can't get it over the net. 5-3. Marsh Valley up by 2. Naya Call's next serve. Handled in the middle of the court this time. Indians able to get it back over. Eagles will have to bump this one over. This will be the third hit. They do get it back over. as it's played in the middle. As it goes to Dunn, that's played short, controlled there. Back over onto the Preston side again. Dunn goes up with the block. Back over onto the Eagles side. Can they control it and get it back over again? They do. Free ball for the Indians. Set outside, not a good set. Wakely able to play it. That's going to be dug out again. It comes back to Van Loven. And again, the Eagles again be able to get it back over. Now they set it for Dunn, and Dunn able to put that away. So Carly Dunn with her first kill tonight. That little short set. As Preston gets back to within a point, it's 5-3, Marsh Valley leading. And Morgan Donaldson will serve again here for Preston. Back set at the net, blocked. Wakely and Nelson were there with the blocks. And Preston able to get even again. It's 5-5 here in the set number 2. Donaldson. Serve there is a set outside this time, controlled by the Indians. And again, the set comes to Wakely, and Wakely again able to tool the block for the point. That'll make it 6-4. Get a chance to look at the replay here as they'll set it outside for Wakely, and she just puts it right away. 6-4, Preston back up on top. As a challenge for it at the net. It's controlled again, but not to the point where the Eagles can get it back over. It's another point for the Indians to make it 7-5. Let's make it 7-5. Indians up by 2. As the ball controlled again, they'll set it backwards this time for Hess, and she goes right down the line. Sophie Hess with kill number 3 in the match. And Preston leads 8-5. Donaldson's next serve. Handled there by Van Loven. They get it back up to the net. Preston able to keep it alive, however. Back to Wakely again. That's off a set of hands. Van Loven runs to get it, but can't. And it gives another kill for Wakely. As the Indians now lead 9-5 here in the second set. And a timeout called here by the Eagles. 9-5, Preston leads on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. The second set of tonight's match is brought to you by our friends at Yardmasters. We take a timeout here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
So Preston leading 1-0, and they lead 9-5 here in the second. As the service rotation for Morgan Donaldson will continue. As Donaldson's serve is played in the back row. They have to run to get it, try to keep it alive. As it's Olds to get it back over onto the Preston side. Set it again. Wakely partially blocked at the net, but it goes down anyway as they pick up another point, and it's 10-5. Taylor with 7 kills already here in the match. Preston up by 5, and Donaldson's serve will continue. That's going to go long, just long and out of bounds. Wasn't too far long, but long is long, I guess. As Donaldson with the service error, her first of the night. And Alexis Olds serves, and she serves it right into the net and gives that point right back to the Indians. As it's now 11-6. So for Preston, it'll be Sophie Hess now to drop back. and take a turn, her service rotation turn behind the line. Get a couple of people swapping in and out here, one for each side. As Miley Dalkey back on the floor here for the Eagles, number 10 in red. And the official says, let's go, let's play. So here's Hess with her next serve. Back row. You have to go and get it. Once again, they'll have to just bump it over. So another free ball here for the Indians. As they'll set, back set, good rotation as Nelson comes around to play it and able to get the point. Look at it again as they set the ball for Ellie on that little backward rotation play. And she was able to go and get it and put it away. And it's 12-6 Indians. Back live now here as again played over back onto the Indian side, and again outside Wakely, a little too strong this time and out of bounds. So 12-7 as Taylor hits it just a little bit too long. As the Eagles have the serve back on the side out, and it'll be Brooklyn Foster to serve. She goes deep, but Donaldson may have been better served to let it go, but she played it, and she wasn't able to control it, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be a service ace for Foster, and it's now 12-8. Here in the second on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard as Foster's next serve goes well long of the baseline, and it's 13-8 as Preston gets the point and the serve back. So 13-8 for the Indians here in the second set, brought to you by Yardmaster. As Mackley White rotates back onto the floor. And now Taylor Wakely will drop back and serve here for the Indians as they lead 13-8 here in set number 2. So here's Taylor's serve at 13-8, and that's well long, but she got a lot of it, but she hit it too deep. So 13-9, Preston leads, slips back to 4. Nia Call will rotate back onto the floor. Maya Lorster will go back to the bench. As the serve comes to Donaldson, middle back. As it's Macy Knapp back onto the floor here for the Indians, and the point comes for the Indians as Knapp able to play it over, and then the Eagles could not dig it back out. So 14-9 as the Indians able to pick up another point. Braxton Ware now back onto the floor for Preston as she will serve here. Preston with a 5-point lead here in the second set. Where serve goes deep left corner, set outside, and played at the net, blocked at the net by the Indians. Knapp gets it back over. Back to the net again, blocked again by the Indians, and this time they can't pick it back up. White was there, Dunn was there with the block, and the Eagles could not keep the ball up, so it's a point for the Indians to make it 15-9. As Ware will serve again. Deep middle, dug there, get it back to Foster again, and Foster hits one well out of the zip code and makes it 16-9 as she goes well long of the baseline. And Preston now leads by 7. As Ware will continue to serve. Played there by Campbell. They'll set it in the middle. They'll have to bump it over, so a free ball here again for the Indians. As the set once again comes to Knapp. Knapp's dug out in the deep middle. Back to Foster, and tries to hit it over from well behind the 8-foot line and just hit it into the net. And it's now 17-9 as Preston's starting to open up a bit of a lead here in set number 2, brought to you by Yardmaster. Ware serves again. Played there by Campbell. As again, they'll just bump it over. Tell you what, the Eagles just give too many free opportunities to their opponent. As again, just another free ball back over. Battled for it at the net, kept alive by the Indians. Back over onto the Eagles side, and the Eagles not able to control it. 18-9. Preston now leading by 9 here in set number 2. And Braxton Ware on a little bit of a run here will continue to serve. Ware's second serve is dug out as they'll play it for Foster. She'll play it back deep on the run. Free ball once again for the Indians. Outside, White off the net, but it falls onto the Marsh Valley side of the net. We get another look at it here on the replay as Mackley White with another kill. As we come back live from our Northern Title replay, as Ware with the serve at the net. Preston just able to just pop it over. Kept alive by Marsh Valley, but going to be too many hits. By the time they controlled it and got it back over the net, it's too many hits. And Preston now leads 20-9 with back-to-back points. So 5 points away from winning the second set here, as Ware's serve will continue. Short in the middle, set outside, mishit at the net as Heather Wigman not able to get that one over. Another point for the Indians. It's now 21-9. Preston won the first set tonight, 25-13. Ware, her serve deep middle, mishandled, an ace for Ware. So an unreturnable serve makes it 22-9 after the service ace. As once again, Addison Bravin will rotate in here for the Eagles, as Ware's serve will continue on. Braxton's next serve is out of bounds. So she got a little bit, sliced that one a little bit too far up the right side of the court and goes out of bounds. But Preston still leads by a dozen here in the second set at 22-10. Braven's serve at the net as they went up to try to play it, and Naya Call able to get a hand on it, but just kind of ran across the top of that the wire, runs across the top of the net tape, and fell back onto the Marsh Valley side. So it's a point for the Indians to make it 23-10. As Avery Madsen will now come back up, 2 points away from winning set number 2. As Madsen serves a good one. Back left corner as the set outside, blocked at the net, and again kept alive. Back over on the Indian side once again, and going up to get it was White, and deposits it in that back left corner for the kill. Set point for the Indians at 24-10. Madsen serves for the set. Her serve is short, and it'll go as an ace, as Preston will win the second set. As you get another look at that ace that will bring home the second set for the Indians, as the serve just kind of dies as it comes over the net and hits in front of the players. So Preston wins the second set here tonight by the final score of 25-10. They go up 2-0. We'll come back with set number 3 right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Make the best deal you can. When it's your time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Alyssa Benson on your team. She's helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Alyssa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Alyssa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah, your trusted real estate advisor.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
KACH.
Well, we go to set number 3 here tonight. Preston leading 2-0, so a must-win situation here for the Marsh Valley Eagles to stay alive. They need to win this set. As Preston goes looking for the 3-set sweep and tipped at the net, tooling the block and getting the point as that goes to Ashlyn Van Loven, her first kill of the match, as the Eagles go up 1-0 here in set number 3. Good back corner serve dug by the Indians as White bumps it over. Free ball in the middle. That's look out. Blocked there. Point for the Indians, as once again going up to get the block at the net was Carly Dunn. So good block by Dunn. Preston ties it up. It's 1-1. As it will be Mackley White serving. Deep middle. Good dig there. Back outside, and not a good hit as Nia Call hits it wide of the sideline. So 2-1 Preston on top. White to serve again here in the third. Third set tonight brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. As they'll get it over, Foster does the honors. Tapped in the back row by Donaldson. They get it back to Wakely as Wakely plants one right on the back line. Taylor with a good hit. Hit it right on the back line. Get another look at it on the Northern Title replay, as they just stood and watched it land right on the back line. So 3-1 Preston, as that will be 4 hits to make it 4-1. By the way, that kill for Wakely, her 8th of the match. She had 11 the other night at Filer, as the serve there from White's going to go too long. So 4-2, side out. Ball comes back over to the Eagles again. Give them another chance to serve here. As once again, it's Nia Call to serve, as that will be an ace. White thought about playing it, thought about letting it go, and in the final decision, she did neither, and it's going to end up as an ace. So 4-3. Next serve. That one is going to go out of bounds, as Preston able to let it go that time. Serve was just about in the same spot as they let it go, and it went out of bounds. So 5-3, Preston leading here in the third on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. As Morgan Donaldson back in to serve here again, as the dig set at the net. Right in the middle, they try to go up and make the play. Foster can't get it over the top of the block, as once again Nelson was there. Hess was there. And Preston now leading 6-3. As the serve comes down to Van Loven. Set again outside and not being able to get it over the net. This time again was Foster. Preston was there to make the block, but that ball was into the net tape and never would have made it over. So 7-3, Preston leads by 4 here in the third. Donaldson's next serve, look out. That one's hit hard into the net. As they'll give the serve back at 7-4 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Bad return by the Indians. Madsen tried to hustle over and get it, but couldn't quite get there in time. It makes it 7-5 on the bad return of serve by the Indians. For Olds, make that actually become a service ace in the stat book, as that's going to be at the net, controlled there. Point for the Eagles, as Foster was able to go up and get it just before it got over the top of the net, and now the line judge is going to come up and talk to our chair official for a moment. Some question on where the ball's exact placement was on that challenge at the net. As let's see. They're going to replay it. So they'll replay the point. It remains 7-5. And serve again here by the Eagles, and it goes into the net. Kind of a tough serve, as Lexus Olds didn't get much of it. And instead of the Eagles winning the point, they lose the point on a service error. Preston now leading 8-5 as they get the serve back again, as once again it'll be Sophie Hess back to serve here for the Indians. Sophie serves, and that goes into the net. So the exchange service errors, it's 8-6, and the serve will come back over to the Marsh Valley Eagles once again. They trail by 2 sets, still looking for their first win of the year, as that will be an ace. Good serve by Brooklyn Foster. Tucked it just inside the left sideline, her second ace of the night, and it's 8-7. Foster serves again. Might have been going out of bounds, but Preston played it. Knapp got it to sneak over the top of the net and gets rewarded with a kill for her efforts. She hit it into the net tape, but had just enough momentum to actually crawl up and make it over. It's now 9-7. Preston with a 2-point lead, and Taylor Wakely will come back and serve here again, here for Preston. Wakely. Good deep middle serve all the way back over onto the Preston side as they'll set. Not a good set. In fact, it's a double hit against the Indians. As the set actually came all the way back across the net, back over onto the Marsh Valley side anyway. So the double hit gives the ball back over to the Eagles. Olivia Campbell serving in the middle. Nelson too long, out of bounds. So we're tied at 9 here in the third on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Campbell serves again, as that one will be out of bounds. Service error. So 10-9, Preston on top. Nelson leaves. And it's Braxton Ware who will come back in, and Braxton will serve here for the Indians, up by a point here in the third. As the serve dug out by Campbell. Again, they try to return it, but the return is bad and out of bounds. Point for the Indians. It was out of bounds way over onto the Preston side. They tried to play it, but the ball was out of bounds, and it goes to 11-9. So Preston with a 2-point lead here in the third. And Braxton Ware will continue to serve. Remember, the next match on the road, Preston goes for the next 2 matches as they go to Snake River on Tuesday and American Falls on Thursday. We'll have both of those matches for you here as that goes out of bounds. Point again for the Indians. and it's 12-9. We'll have both those matches here for you on the My Local Radio Sports Network and on KACH. So 12-9, Preston leads by 3, and Braxton Ware, who had that long run of points in the latter portions of set number 2, see if she can do it here again. 3-point lead as Ware serves. Short middle, they'll set it as it's a back set as to the outside hitter, and that's going to be a point for the Indians as they got into the net, apparently. Makes it 13-9. Preston up by 4 here in the third. Third set tonight brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Ware's next serve is too long and out of bounds. So Braxton Ware hits it just a little bit too far. Makes it 13-10, but Preston still leads here in the third. As the serve here by the Eagles, back over onto the Eagles side. Hess just kind of nonchalantly tried to hit it over, but it went well long of the baseline. And it's 14-10 as Addison Braven serves here. As Indians able to get it back near the net, but they get into the net, and a point for the Eagles. Not able to return that one cleanly. Let's correct the score we have on our screen. It's 13-12. Preston leading only by a point as it is Wakely with another kill, her 9th of the match, as she got it hard right toward the knees of Addison Braven. She was not able to dig it out. So 14-12, Preston goes back up by 2 again, and now Avery Madsen will come in to serve here for Preston. Madsen's serve is played over by Braven. Free ball here for the Indians. Back set as it's Hess down the line for the point. Nice clean look by Hess. She's able to get it down the line and pick up the point. 15-12 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. Timeout on the floor called here by Marsh Valley. We'll take it as well as the third set brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston. Dan Hubbard with you here at Preston Gym. John Beverly back in the studio tonight, our studio coordinator back at KACH. Preston leading 15-12 as Avery Madsen serving here for Preston. Down the line, tough return, and it goes out of bounds. It's an ace. Heck of a try by Addison Braven to try to get that ball back, but she wasn't able to. It's an ace for Madsen, and it's 16-12. So Avery serving again. She checks out the signal being flashed by Coach Knapp. Set outside. And that's a good one, as that'll be a point for the Eagles, as Valerie Evans able to get that point, and she hit it right at the feet of the Indian defender, and it's 16-13. Serve comes to Wakely in the middle. Des Dunn hits it into the net, make it 16-14. So Carly Dunn doesn't get a lot of playing time, as she kind of hit that one into the net. Preston still leads by 2. Now they lead by 3 again as the serve goes into the net here by the Eagles, and it's another service error to make it 17-14. Serve deep middle, not a good dig. They have to go and get it. Foster will be able to play it back over. Front row. Hess. Dug out by Van Loven. Kept alive again. Foster gets it back over. Indians have it again. Tried to go to Wakely, and Taylor got a hand on it. But then they're going to say the block was into the net, and Preston's going to get the point anyway, as it's now 18-14. So White serves here for the Indians, but by 4. Starting to run out of time here, as the dig ends up as a perfect return, as nobody was there for the Indians on the dig by Heather Wegman, as Marsh Valley will get the point to make it 18-15. Set outside, look out, Wakely, that's dug out, nice play in the back row by the Eagles. They get it back over, free ball once again here for the Indians, as they'll set it in the middle this time. Dunn had her initially blocked, but she tools the block for the point. 19-15. As Dunn hit it into the block, and then the Eagles could not get it back over onto the Preston side of the net. So here is Morgan Donaldson back in to serve here for Preston, leading by 4 here in the third. Preston with the 4-point lead, and they'll take a timeout. So a timeout on the floor. Preston leading 19-15 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. We're back right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Everyone wants a smile they can be proud of. A healthy smile can make your day brighter. At Canyon Creek Dental, Doctors Justin Carter, Thomas Hull, Heath Bateman, and Corby Dixon see patients of all ages and provide a full line of dental services, including fillings, wellness checks, braces, wisdom teeth, oral surgery, and cosmetic dentistry. Call us today to schedule an appointment in our Preston or Grace office. Canyon Creek Dental. We're here to give you a smile you can be proud of.
KACH.
Don't forget the Indians, after playing their last 3 football games on the road, they're back at home coming up next Friday. They'll play host to the Burley Bobcats. We'll have the pregame show for you about 6:25 and the kickoff schedule for 7. Next Friday, it's homecoming for the Indians next Friday night. Next weekend, really. 19-15, Preston on top here in set number 3. As Morgan Donaldson will continue to serve here for Preston. You have to go and get it after the bad initial return. They couldn't get it back. The initial dig was played way over into the bench, as not able to play it there. They couldn't quite get it back over the net. So Preston leading 20-15 here in the third, as Foster able to dig it back up. Back over onto the Preston side. Outside set comes to Wakely, and Wakely with another point. That's kill number 10 tonight for Taylor. Get another look at it on the Northern Title scoreboard as Taylor goes up to get it, and it falls right at the feet of the defender, and it's now 21-15. Preston leads. As the set again comes to Foster, blocked at the net, as Nelson has another block for another point. 22-15, 3 blocks tonight for Ellie Nelson. 3 points away from the match for Preston. They'll steer it back over. Free ball here again for the Indians. Set by Matson. Back set comes to Nelson. They got to go get it as they try to keep it alive, and they do as the Eagles get it back over. Set it back again, this time for Hess. And Hess tries to cut it just a little bit too short and hits it into the net. She would have tried to cut the court to about 6 feet. It would have been okay, but she tried to cut it to about 1.5 feet, and it never made it over the net. As that's not quite going to make it over the net. That'll be a service ace. Back-to-back points here for the Eagles to make it 22-17 as they'll get the serve again. as Heather Wegman will serve here again for the Eagles. Played by Donaldson in the back row. Set comes to Hess. Off of hands and out of bounds. Sophie Hess with her 5th kill makes it 23-17. So Macy Knapp will rotate back in as she will replace Avery Madsen, who will come back to the bench as soon as the officials are ready for them. Also change over here on the Marsh Valley side as Nia Call comes back in. Hess will continue to serve here. Preston 2 points away from the match. 23-17 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Hess serve. Dug out. Played at the net as it goes to Nelson, and she will put it away. Match point for the Indians. 24-17 is the Indians 1 point away from the 3-set sweep tonight. Served by Hess. They'll play it back to Foster. They get it back over. Foster with a pretty good play, able to get the point. 24-18. 4 kills tonight for Foster, who will now serve. Once again, another match point here for the Indians. Donaldson. Wakely goes to get it. Hess will bump it over as the Eagles challenge at the net, and it is challenge accepted by Ellie Nelson as she's able to go up and get it and deposit it back over onto the Eagles side of the net, and that is the winning point. You get another look at it as Ellie goes up and picks up her 4th block of the night, and that is the difference in the match as the Indians pick up the 3-set sweep tonight over the Marsh Valley Eagles, winning set number 3, 25-18 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. So Preston improves their record to 7-4. We invite you to stay with us. We'll have the post-game show coming up right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Tonight's game was brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com, offering rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. Ready Support Services, we are ready. West Motor Company, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Franklin County Medical Center, for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value, with the finest meat and produce in Preston. S&T Electric, it's what we do. Flying S Escrow and Title, land title protectors since 1905. Ultimate Power Sports, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Power Sports in Preston. Elisa Benson of North Realty, Idaho and North Realty, Utah. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Cache Valley Bank, serving Utah and southern Idaho with 21 locations. Yardmaster, keeping lawns healthy throughout the Cache Valley. Puppy Steps Training, northern Utah and southern Idaho's premier board and training facility since 2011. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, your local agents right here in Preston. Canyon Creek Dental, with 2 area locations to serve you. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, stop in downtown Preston where you will be treated like a friend. Papa J's, making world-class jerky locally right here in Clifton. Ralph's Construction, building custom homes throughout the region. Now stay tuned, the Ralph's Construction postgame show is coming right up. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your life. lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
One of the things that makes Northern Title unique is the fact that we serve clients in 3 states, Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. Each state has different rules and regulations, and our experienced staff understands each unique rule, so we can facilitate closings in all 3 states. If you're buying a home in Star Valley and you want to close in Preston, it's no problem. The company logo is Good Deeds Done Daily. We are preparing Good Deeds Daily, but it's more than that. We really are trying to serve the community in a good way. Northern Title, Good Deeds Done Daily. Visit us today.
Go Preston!
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap the just completed game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at what's ahead for the Preston teams. The postgame show is brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building quality designer homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837.
And welcome back here inside Preston Gym as Preston wraps up the 3-game sweep tonight over the Marsh Valley Eagles, 3-0 to improve their record overall on the year now to 7-4 as they go to 3 games over 500. Marsh Valley sees their record slide to 0-5. So Preston found themselves in competitive sets through about the middle of the set, 15, 16-point range. Then after that, they were able to open up a lead, and that makes really the difference as Preston wins it wins it 3-0, 25-13, 25-10, and 25-14. So Preston has won 2 matches in a row, and now they'll look to extend that with 3 matches coming up next week. We'll talk more about those coming up here on the postgame show, and we'll check the stats. That's all coming up next, as well as the Ralph's Construction postgame show continues right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
All right, Preston wins it 3-0. Time to look at some of the stats from tonight's match, brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Preston finished the match tonight with 24 total kills. They were led by Taylor Wakely with 10, 5 for Sophie Hess. They really led the Indians. They had 9 blocks in the game. 4 of those were turned in by Ellie Nelson, and they had 4 overall aces. Avery Madsen leading the way there with a pair of aces tonight for the Indians. Big star, hitting star for Marsh Valley tonight had to be Brooklyn Foster. She finished with 4 kills for the Eagles. So the Indians now go to 7-4 overall on the year. Big week coming up next week for the Indians, as we'll tell you more about what's on tap for them, as the stats here in the postgame have been brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. We'll look on what's on tap next for the Indians as we come back to wrap up tonight's broadcast right on after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Everyone wants a smile they can be proud of. A healthy smile can make your day brighter. At Canyon Creek Dental, Doctors Justin Carter, Thomas Hull, Heath Bateman, and Corby Dixon see patients of all ages and provide a full line of dental services, including fillings, wellness checks, braces, wisdom teeth, oral surgery, and cosmetic dentistry. Call us today to schedule an appointment in our Preston or Grace office. Canyon Creek Dental. We're here to give you a smile you can be proud of.
One of the things that makes Northern Title unique is the fact that we serve clients in 3 states, Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. Each state has different rules and regulations, and our experienced staff understands each unique rule, so we can facilitate closings in all 3 states. If you're buying a home in Star Valley and you want to close in Preston, it's no problem. The company logo is Good Deeds Done Daily. We are preparing Good Deeds Daily, but it's more than that. We really are trying to serve the community in a good way. Northern Title, Good Deeds Done Daily. Visit us today.
Go Preston!
All right, welcome back as we'll wrap this one up here as Preston wins it 3-0. Busy week coming up for the Lady Indians. It all starts on Tuesday. Tuesday night, they head out on the road. They'll go to Snake River to face the Panthers. And then on Thursday, back out on the road again as they'll go to American Falls. 1 week from today, the Lady Indians will be back here at Preston Gym. That's a 1 o'clock start on next Saturday afternoon as they will take on Bear Lake. They faced Bear Lake, and they were a very tough opponent, so that would be a very entertaining match. Probably one you won't want to miss coming up next Saturday back here at Preston Gym. Start time for that one is 1 p.m. So the next match as they go on the road Tuesday night is they'll head off to Snake River. And we, of course, will have that for you. That's our next broadcast here on KACH and on the My Local Radio Sports Network is Tuesday night as the Indians take on the Panthers on the road at Snake River, as we'll have that match for you. So that'll wrap up our broadcast for tonight. The executive producer of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. The associate producer is Jace Andrews. Our studio coordinator tonight has been John Beverly, and here at Preston High School, I'm Dan Hubbard. Thanks for being with us, and enjoy the rest of your weekend as our Saturday comes to a close as the Indians pick up a 3-game sweep tonight over the Marsh Valley Eagles, winning 3-0. So until next time, enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody, and have a very pleasant good night.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.